So film reviews, we all love them, we all enjoy them, we all love to read a good movie review, except when the critics are bought by Disney. Because all the critics I don't like are clearly just purchased and are obviously corporate shills rather than being someone who has a genuine different opinion about a piece of art than I do. But I decided today we're going to, in lieu of making creative, interesting, or quality content, we will read some of the greatest film reviews I have scoured the internet to find. So there are different types of great or bad, or what is good and bad, but abstract labels that we use to label things that are indeed abstract and not comprehensible to normal people. But so there are multiple types of bad, as I might call them, but you might think they're good reviews because, again, everything is subjective in the eye of the beholder. Even a review, a film is subjective in between the eyes of different reviewers and different people who watch it. But even a review can be viewed through different angles depending on what you like in a review. Do you like reviews that are just the word bad? Because I'm sure we've got some of those here. And so here are some of the best film reviews that we've scoured upon the web. These first ones are coming from the the movie social media site Letterboxd, where strongly opinionated, pretentious gentlemen, mostly, sometimes women, but mostly gentlemen, share their thoughts on how movies are stupid or unintelligent or lack depth or contain homophobia, or they like a lot of different critiques. But this is one from world-class film critic Daniele. This is a review of Forrest Gump, which he says, boring, Tom Hanks, do better. Come on, Tom Hanks. And she gave it a half star. Tom Hanks, you gotta do better. It's boring. A movie where you go across the country and experience large swaths of history and interesting things is boring, you know? It's so boring, you know? Especially the part where Forrest Gump, like, redefined history. That was really boring. But and let's see. Let's look at some of Daniele Ellie's other favorite films. She rated Wreck-It Ralph 5 stars, Life of Pi 5 stars, Juno 5 stars, Hidden Figures 5 stars. Let's read some of her other reviews. All right, what do you got for us, Daniele? Juno. I love J.K. Simmons. Wowie. Wreck-It Ralph. I'm gonna wreck it. Oh my golly. Hidden Figures. Black girls are magic. So she didn't talk about the story. She didn't talk about the cinematography. She didn't talk about the acting. She just said that because the movie contains black women, it must be magic. That sounds almost like it might be, and that might actually be racist towards black people. It suggests some sort of deep-seated difference between race. Perhaps Daniele is secretly a white nationalist who just really likes Hidden Figures, I guess. Alright, Great Gatsby, half stars. Totally ruined the idea of Gatsby. Listen to this one. I had in my head. Almost like different people perceive different characters differently. And somebody perceived a character differently, but that doesn't mean the movie's bad. The lack of consistency in aesthetics, color, basically... Okay, so now she actually talks about cinematography. She talks about why she likes the score. She said the camera angles were crappy. I deserve better. This is a running theme in bad movie reviews. People feel like somehow the filmmaker has a duty to you, the viewer. No, they have financial duties to their corporations that fund the films. They have creative duties themselves. They have duties to be genuinely nice people, the people working on the film. But they do not have a duty to you, the viewer, ultimately. That's not the relationship. You don't like a movie? don't like it. You don't get to. You have not kept up your end of the bargain. What is there end of the bargain in a piece of art? You know. It's so subjective. This guy's really a world-class comedy genius. Most compelling, clever, heartwarming movie ever. Not. He really got us, didn't he? All right. So here's a movie that's considered by many to be one of the greatest films of all time, Casablanca. Let's see what hot takes we can get on Casablanca. This movie is not about the White House. What the heck? Ooh, soos. Not sure if that's supposed to be a political statement. He really likes Drive, Raw, Mulan, which version I know not, the Disney version, and Good Burger. It's an interesting pick. So I don't know if he got pranked by a friend, or if perhaps he's trying to comment on the president by saying the president might really like Casablanca, or the president really dislikes Casablanca. Alright, here's a great one. I think this might be satire. I'm just saying. So, you gotta be ready for a satire alert, I think. From Tara Talks Movies. Casablanca. This movie sucks. # worst movie of all time. Okay. I'm gonna guess that's satire, because I don't know. Can't really tell. Recent activity. Oh, here's another. Alright, this is from Grand Budapest Hotel. This movie rules. Tara approves. # love ya. So, basically, it's his third film that she has reviewed. She'd like to mimic Guillermo del Toro's Mimic, so that's interesting enough. I'm going to guess this one's satire, and this is really some world-class satire, guys. Like, not making fun of any aspects of the movie, just going with a movie that's considered really good and saying, like, it sucks, it rules. So we're going to change gears to Amazon reviews, and there are some true gems when it comes to Amazon reviews of movies, because everybody knows that Amazon is where everybody buys everything, but don't worry, it's not a monopoly. It's just where everybody buys everything they get. But don't worry, it's not a monopoly. Alright, so this is a review of the Disney movie Zootopia, titled Nah, 1 star, by SJW Antidote. So, we already know there's going to be some extreme libtard destroying going on in this review. We know there's going to be some epic owning going on. So, he said, haven't seen this. All I hear about is how good it is, ... from modern feminists. So, me and the kids won't be seeing this. So I guess SCW Antidote doesn't realize. You don't write reviews for movies you haven't seen. But apparently that's like a rule. Supposedly you're only supposed to review movies after you've seen them and not about what you hear. One of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, 1 star cartoon. So, here's a little fact. Not every Spider-Man movie is real people. Sometimes they do one that are cartoons. Just got shattered. Guess I won't be buying it, because somebody said it was a cartoon. I don't watch cartoons. I'm not a baby. September 21st, 2018. Maybe don't name your musical Rent if you don't even have a single song about leasing law, property management procedures, or not lease calculations. As a real estate professional, I am very disappointed and feel I was misled. Oh, I'm sorry. Probably Christy. That's probably the name of the person who wrote this, or Vicky. Something like that. Vicky or a Christy or a, you know. This is one of Medea Goes to Jail. 3 stars, so we've actually found somebody who kind of likes the movie here on the Amazon Movie Reviews. Satanism aside, it would have been Wait, Satanism. Medea goes to jail. Medea goes to a cult. I didn't see Medea goes to jail, but I'm a little doubtful that there's anything about Satanism in the movie. Just a hunch. I doubt that it's a Satanist movie, but maybe this guy can wow me. Satanism aside, it would have been decent. Basically, this movie was to advertise Tyler Perry / Keisha Knight's murder and cloning behind the scenes. Basically, basically, wherever a celebrity is murdered, cloned, they will show up in their video / movie with some sort of word for death, like vacated, expelled, suspended. Like in the opening scene of this movie showing Medea's driver license and other documents. Then they will be dressed in blue and red, or you will see a blue and red theme throughout the movie in their scenes. In their first themes, it talks about Medea giving the policeman the blues. Then, of course, Medea shows up in a blue dress. Red is for blood sacrifice, and blue is for clone, as per the Matrix blue pill, red pill analogy. The movie itself shows the cloning factories, which we are meant to believe are fiction, but are real. And of course, blue is hospital code for cardiac arrest and revival, i.e. cloning. In one scene where Medea is at Kmart, you will see the red and right sign and next to the words Die Hard, which is more secret code. In Keisha's scene, Rudy from Cosby Show LOL, you will see her standing next to a hotel when she's prostituting. This is a reference to the phrase Heartbreak Hotel. Yeah, well, I got that one. You will hear this phrase referenced in many songs as they pertain to death and cloning and stands for cardiac arrest. It's the same thing with Michael Jackson Billie Jean music video when he's climbing the stairs up the building of a hotel. Yes, cloning goes back decades and has been kept secret. You will also see blue and red on the window when she escapes, another metaphor for vacating, and when she's in the telephone box. Speaking of which, telephone's always to the being an industry conqueror behind the movies. This is corroborated by the whole theme of the movie itself, which is Ghost, written, produced by an Illuminati to advertise what goes on in real life behind the scenes. So I guess somebody in the Illuminati wants to get out of the Illuminati, and so they made Medea Goes to Jail, and they're like, guys, the Illuminati's got me, save me, Medea, save me. And did it work? Have there been any changes in our investigation into the Illuminati's and Satanism since the masterpiece Medea Goes to Jail came out? I don't know. You will find a strong pimp theme throughout, like where Joe, Medea's brother, is holding a cup with the word pimp written on it. Yeah, because obviously there's no other meanings to the word pimp. You will also see her in a... Okay, alright. This is... I think we've had enough of this review. Yeah, that's the end of the video. Leave the likes. Leave the comments. Do the orders of pizza, as Jimmy Neutron or Nimby Jutron would say. Bye.